federal government's decision to back down on reopening schools for students to take their West African school certificate exams isn't going down well with school operators, parents and the students themselves. They feel that government should have assisted the schools in putting up safety measures to prevent the spread of COVID-19 rather than reversing the earlier proposed reopening. Helena Sameda-Akins reports.
Schools across Nigeria have been closed since March this year to curb the spread of the novel coronavirus, even as countries across the world struggle to combat the disease that is yet to have a cure. Before the closure of schools, some schools hastily conducted their internal examinations, while some who did not envisage the disease would last this long did not conduct any examination. Both the West African Examinations Council and the National Examinations Council should have conducted their examination in April and May 2020, but are yet to do so due to the closure of schools. About 1.3 unified tertiary matriculation examination candidates may lose their admission into universities and polytechnics this year due to the delay in conducting the senior secondary certificate examinations because of the COVID-19 pandemic. This category of candidates used awaiting results to apply for the 2020 UTME, which held between March 14th and March 22nd. There had been a rekindling of hope when the federal government began the process of gradually reopening the economy. It was further boosted when the Minister of State for Education had announced dates for the 2020 West African Senior School Certificate examination. He said the examination will hold from the 4th of August to the 5th of September 2020.
I don't mind Nigeria losing a complete school year than exposing our children to danger.
But barely a week after the announcement was made, the federal government, through the Minister of Education, Adamu, reversed this decision to reopen schools for students and pupils in transition classes to participate in scheduled external examinations. It said Nigerian schools would not be reopened until the COVID-19 pandemic drastically subsides. Consequently, he said Nigerian students would not participate in senior secondary certificate examinations scheduled to commence on August 4th. The announcement came as a shock and drawback to so many, as some schools, especially private schools, had already started preparing for the resumption in line with COVID-19 protocol. This has drawn reactions from different stakeholders in the industry. Olushola Bankole is the chairperson of the National Association of Proprietors of Private Schools, FCT chapter. She is baffled at the decision to put the examination on hold. She wonders if the government means well for the education sector. Mrs. Bankole is convinced that the implications of this decision by government will hurt education sector for a long time.
It's so disappointing. The conversation many proprietors had yesterday evening is this government really interested in the education of the Nigerian children? What if COVID doesn't stop in 2050? Are we going to say malaria is with us? And malaria, from statistics, is even killing more people than COVID.
With the direction our government is going, we're putting Nigerian students not just at a national disadvantage, but at a global disadvantage. The comment made by the Minister of Education when he said he prefers for Nigerian students to lose a year of their education now for them to be exposed to danger. In 2020, that cannot be our thinking. The choice cannot be the students losing a year of their education or us opening the schools. There are a lot of options that exist in between.
Grace and Nasiru are secondary school final year students. The news of the postponement of examinations is not pleasant to them. Grace, a 17-year-old teenager, had planned to get into university by the end of the year, but her dream may not come true. Her effort at writing JAMB may be wasted as she cannot gain admission without an SSCE results.
I used to read every day and night because of the WAEC, but now they cancelled it. I can't read my books again. I have to drop it down. The books I borrowed, I have to return them back. I wrote JAMB this year, and I will not have admission. If I do not write this WAEC, I will not get admission at all to the university. Because it was not easy when I was reading for the JAM. It was not easy. I read and I wrote the exam and I passed. Now, if I do not write this WAEC this year, it will be something else.
I was eager to enter university. I was wanted to get my admission, go to university, and I have so many plans. But if they make it look like I have to go for it, it's not going to be nice. It's spoil everything. I'm supposed to be in uni by now, or like waiting. I was supposed to be waiting for admission by now. Now, if they cancel everything, it's going to like I have to wait till next year.
Rather than calling off the reopening of schools for the transition classes, these experts believe government should have put measures in place.
The places that you have boarding schools, you'll be able to spread these students across all the boarding facilities that you have to achieve the same thing with classrooms. You stagger them across all the classrooms. You utilize visually all the teachers that will be able to teach them to do this to ensure that we have physical distancing.
Normally sets one set of questions every year. This is a year where you can look at it and say, okay, if we have to stagger the examinations, why can't we maybe set 10 or 15 different sets of questions? So that if batch A writes their own exams today, because we have to do social distancing, batch B can come in tomorrow and write a completely different exam.
The West African Examination Council is yet to make an official statement on Nigerians' decision not to participate in the conduct of the examinations.
As Nigerians await the decision of the exam body, they are hoping that parents will not be subjected to paying additional fee when the government feels it is safe to write the exams. Helen Osamede Akins, TBC News, Abuja.